Welcome to another episode of the Jampack Report today for March the 11th of 2021. It's my birthday today. Happy birthday to me. Woo. Another trip around the sun. That was a rough one. But this is a daily gaming news podcast meant to bring you the hottest news you need to know from around the industry, hosted on YouTube and podcast services around the world 5 days a week. It's your one-stop shop for everything you need to know. So if you enjoyed the show and you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and keep coming back for more. But today we have some news from the Forza Horizon Twitter account, which writes, quote, "Leave it to the Forza community to blow us away once again. Within our first 24 hours on Steam, we are one of the most played racing franchises on the platform. Thank you." Normally, I don't read Twitter comments because they just tend to spew bile and hate. However, DJ Gene P has a good point. He writes, "Okay, calm down. That's for no save transfers and asking full price for a 3-year-old game that gets boring after 3 months. One of the most played racing games on the platform? That's because there hasn't been a good racing game released in years and years to come. GG ? Now, I'll say it does not get boring after 3 months. I continue to enjoy going back to Forza Horizon time and time again, and it really is a fantastic game. You should check it out if you have not had the chance to do so, whether you're playing it on the Xbox One, the Series X or S, or a PC. With that being said, there's still some good points here because there are no save transfers. It is a full-priced game. Now, albeit it does warrant its cost, it still is an older game, and so I could see where people might be a little bit reluctant to pay that full price. But with all of these caveats that DJ Gene P brings up, Forza Horizon 4 is still very good, and it seems like more people should be playing it on Steam because the peak concurrent players on Steam were tweeted out by Benji Sales. If you don't follow Benji, you absolutely should. He does live streams on YouTube, kind of breaking down gaming news, having discussions with the community, really good content that he puts out. But Forza Horizon 4 peaked at 14,609 concurrent players. In my mind, that does not seem that significant. Now, considering Steam is a very different platform as compared to Xbox or PlayStation, it could be something that is a solid figure overall. It's nestled between Gears 5 with 10,169 concurrent players and Grounded with 16,878 concurrent players at their respective peaks, so it's certainly not the lowest on the totem pole in terms of concurrent players, but I think that there is still plenty of room for improvement. What I'm trying to say is, Forza Horizon 4 is phenomenal, and you should absolutely play it. Everybody has their own taste, and of course racing games are certainly not for everyone, but if you are a fan of a racing game and you play on PC, Forza Horizon 4 is now a fantastic choice. And while, again, there really is no competition when it comes to racing games on Steam, and you cannot save you cannot transfer your saves over from a different version of the game on a different console or platform, it's still worth diving into on Steam if you have not had the chance to check it out yet. So dive in, see what you like, and let me know how you feel it. That was a weird way to... I don't know what that was. But moving on to the next story, it just got easier to discover games on Xbox in your preferred language. That's what the headline of this blog says. However, I think the main story is actually up here in the header. We'll talk about that more in a moment, though. So with this update, when you log into the Microsoft Store on Xbox or the Xbox Game Pass app, you'll easily be able to see which languages a game supports, which makes it easier to decide if you would like to purchase or play that title. So this is fantastic if you are a multilingual person and you want to experience a game in a specific language. This now makes it easier to do that. So, fantastic update, great for inclusivity, love that kind of stuff. Now in the header, Batman Arkham Knight has an Xbox Series X and S optimization icon on it. Does that mean that some kind of update is on its way? Yet to be determined. Now, would I like to see that happen? Absolutely, because Arkham Knight is fantastic. It's a game that came out just around the time that I was graduating high school, and so it was the first game that I played over that summer time frame, where I think that I was going into graduation, and I stopped by GameStop to pick it up, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that, but it feels like a spring release to me. Let me know in the comment section down below. But regardless, loved the game, played it all the way through, fantastic open world, really enjoyed the Batmobile. I know some people thought it felt kind of floaty. But all of those little factoids to the side, would love to see the Xbox Series X and S optimizations come, and of course the same kind of treatment on the PlayStation side of the fence as well. With more Batman games on the way, I could see this going either way, where they would just rather players focus on what is coming soon rather than what has already come out, but also releasing an Xbox Series X and S optimization could generate some excitement around the Batman name and get more players wanting that kind of experience, which could prime the pump for them to pull the trigger on the games that are coming out soon. I'll also say that I would much rather see this Xbox Series X and S optimization icon on Red Dead Redemption 2, a game that is significantly newer and would benefit much more greatly from having 4K 60 FPS and a whole bunch of other tweaks and options built in there. Rockstar, please, why have you not done this? I'll tell you why, because you want to release a remaster in 5 years, but don't do that to me. Don't, please, God, no. Please. But regardless, these are the updates that are coming to the Microsoft Store, and hopefully we'll hear more about the Batman Arkham thing coming soon, but I wouldn't hold my breath on that one. It seems kind of strange. Now, to round out today's show, we are just now celebrating 1 year of Call of Duty Warzone being on the market. Of course, this is the big Call of Duty Battle Royale that released on March 10th of 2020, and for a lot of people, this was a godsend that really gave them something to do during the pandemic. We've seen streamers rise because of Call of Duty Warzone. We have seen it take over the Battle Royale genre, and while Fortnite and Apex Legends continue to be popular, Warzone is the go-to now. It is the Call of Duty game that so many kids always wish they had growing up, and now it officially exists. That is very, very impressive, and there's really no sign of it slowing down. It continues to get millions and millions of players around the world playing it each and every day across PlayStation, Xbox, PC. It's just going to continue to dominate this generation, and as it should, because it is a fantastic free-to-play Call of Duty game that has a large global community. So to the team at Infinity Ward and those that have worked on the game, congratulations for making a successful launch of a game that seems to be really making its way in the Battle Royale space. But that rounds out today's episode of the Jampack Report. If you enjoyed today's show, drop me a like down below and let me know what you thought about everything we talked about here today, but specifically Forza Horizon 4 on Steam. How do you feel about it? And for those PC players, will you be diving in and picking it up? Would love to hear what you have to say. But until tomorrow, you guys have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. I'll talk to you soon, and peace.